Alrighty, Juanitosville, we are back in La Casa, and we're gonna go right here, friends. I have this piece of 22 gauge, and I was thinking about this idea because I have all these scraps, and I'm like, how can I utilize these scraps to the best of my ability? So I'm gonna get I'm gonna cut a strip like this, and then I'm gonna cut a line in it, maybe two in the strip, and then I'm going to open those up like this, so that strip is going to be like this possibly, and then on that I'm going to take scraps and I'm just going to just go blam and put scraps on it. All silver though, no brass, no copper, just silver. And then I'm gonna fuse it like a wild stallion. And we're gonna see if we can, no floss, but we're just gonna go for it. And that is the idea that I'm going for. I think it's gonna look awesome. We have no idea. Let's try it. So let's get started right here, friends, with the see-through ruler, and we're going to try to utilize as much of this as possible. And here it looks like we have about 5.5. It's going to be for a wrist that's going to be about 6.5 inches, I'm guessing. Okay, jewelry adventurers, I'm here sitting at about 5, 10, 15. So half of 15 is about 7.5. So do a line there. And I was gonna do 3, but I think because this is gonna be probably for a smaller wrist, maybe I'm gonna make it a little bit more petite and only not have the middle one, just have them bow out in the middle. So I'll cut at 7.5 millimeters. See what that looks like. Does that look about down the middle? So if we're sitting at 140 millimeters, 70 millimeters would be in the middle. And then if I just go 10, 20, 30 on each side, 10, 20, 30 on each side, would that be enough to make it bow open? We'll go 40 millimeters on each side. 40 millimeters on each side, friends. Let's go 40 millimeters on each side. Little punch where I put my drill so that my drill bit doesn't go flying around. And I'll drill a hole in this and cut a line right there, and then we'll try to bend it out sideways. And I think we'll have to anneal it a couple times, but I think we can get it. I think we'll get it. I just want to share a little bit of safety with you guys. I've never experienced this, but I've heard that sometimes people, when they have their drill and they're drilling, that they have their finger right there and then the drill breaks and then the top part of this goes into their finger. Ow! So with that in mind, you always want to kind of make sure you keep your fingers kind of far apart. Just like that. Who's bothering me? Also, safety too, friends. Try to keep your fingers far away from this too, because I've heard stories of these blades breaking and then going down, and then the top blade going in, driving into the finger. I've never had it happen to me yet, but I don't want it to. This is purely experimental. I just have a line cut through here. I kind of cut it like I was running away from a wild bear, because I was kind of zigzagging a little bit, you know, because that's what you're supposed to do when you run away from a bear. Oh, better get your zigzag on, buddies. Don't take that advice. I think you're supposed to pretend like you're dead or something. I'm thinking about bending this like this a little bit, guys, and then I'm going to See if I can get it to wedge in some way. I don't know how. I don't know, maybe you nail it. It's opening up a little bit, guys. We're just gonna keep working. I might have to use my vise a little bit. All right, so I put it in my vise on the bottom, and then I just used my fingers and I just pulled up. I flipped it, and then I pulled up, and it's kind of bent like this. I just annealed it. So I'm gonna kind of see what we're fingers flatten it, and I see that we're getting close to something that I'm looking for, guys. I'm just gonna keep working on this. Okay guys, so I got this pretty tight in there, and I'm just kind of wiggling it and going, pulling up. I'm trying to maintain some kind of uniformity on the sides. Pull on this side, up. Pull on this side, up. Kind of filling the edges, making sure they're not getting too warped, because they really want to warp. And I'll probably anneal this again until, in fact, I think I'm really close. Can you guys see that? That's kind of what I'm looking for. And that was all just done with one piece. Just sliced the slice and then pulled it apart like I was breaking out of jail in the cartoons. Alrighty, skaters, skateboard fanatics out there. Oh, I bet you skated in the 90s, probably in the 80s. Okay, friends, so this is where I'm at. I just annealed it again. I pulled it out of the quench. It feels pretty soft. I'm imagining that's about what I want. So I think the next thing to do would be to stamp my maker's mark in it and then start layering scraps on top of this and see if we can get it to fuse together. Okay friends, we have some pretty heavy duty sandpaper here. I think it's 200 grit. All right, Rockstar Introverts, we're here. I have my cuff, and I wonder, maybe I'll spend a little bit of time filing this just a little bit better. And then we're gonna start putting some scraps on it. All right, cat moms and dads out there, I have all these scraps here. These are all just silver. Some of them have some paper on them and I don't know if maybe I should bend them up a little bit or just throw them on there like this. I think bending them, would create a really cool effect. As they fuse, they're gonna change shape a little bit, and we can really accentuate any changes in shape by doing some gnarls. So I'm going to spend a few moments gnarling some of these. Some of them will be flat, some of them will be gnarled like this, and it'll create dimension and layers. So I'm sure you don't want to watch me do all that, but next time you look at this pile, there'll be probably more and plenty of gnarled ones. So right here I just have a bunch of scraps, friends, and I'm just like making a salad with scraps. So we got this, and I wanted to share this with you guys. I got a spray bottle. I learned this from Chad Silversmith. Chad Silversmith, I will mention him in the description. He has an awesome jewelry tutorial channel. He's from Colorado too, I think. And anyways, he turned me on to this idea by watching his videos. For fusing, you always want to put some flux. Look, this is way easier than trying to do it with little drops. Shout to Chad Silversmith, man. Shit, buddy. All right. There's some pieces that I know I kind of want on the bottom because they have certain qualities that will act as a bridge, so the pieces don't just like want to fall through. Do some kind of flat ones maybe at near the bottom. So this is what we're doing now, friends. We're just gonna grab, now that I have the foundation of it. Is that dumb? Is this dumb? Am I an idiot? More pieces. I am not thinking hard about this at all. And that's kind of like the freeing feeling of doing these abstract pieces is you can't screw up. You know what I mean? It's just one really like you're just going for it, man. And let the chips fall where they may. What do you guys think, friends? Are you scared like I am? Because I'm a little bit scared. A little bit scared, friends. Okay, let's make sure you guys are in frame because this is going to be epic. Here we go. Okay, guys, this is hot. Let's go. Let's go big, man. That's what I'm expecting for it to lay down. It's going to want to lay down. Dang, I just remembered. I was thinking about putting solder on the back plate so that it would stick right there. And I didn't do that. Well, I guess we're going to do it. No solder. We're going to do this whole thing without any solder whatsoever. No solder. I'm trying to pick it up a little bit on the side. I'm not sure if it's actually doing anything. And also keeping it from sticking to the block. You know what I mean? It's going to want to stick to the block. I want them to become one. Alright guys, I think preliminarily, is that a big word? Preliminarily speaking, I think we're going to be good right there. I'm going to go ahead and let that air cool. And till it's cool enough I can kind of not freak it out. Alrighty, Juanitosville, look what we have. I pulled it out of the pickle. I let it air cool a little bit. Because I just feel kind of bad when I put the stuff in it right when it's still super duper red hot. I feel like I'm making the silver mad, you know what I mean? So I just let it chill a little bit before I give it a bath. But I'm kind of manipulating this and it's feeling very solid. No solder whatsoever. I'm thinking about maybe adding a little bit to this end and a little bit to this end. Or maybe not. Because the insides of the cuff are going to be less. So, I don't know. I'm going to take this to my metal block, and I might hit on this a little bit because there's a lot of jaggeds in here. And if you get in a fight with somebody wearing a wool jacket, you're going to lose your bracelet. So let's see if we can soften this up, and let's figure out a way that we can soften this up. I have a couple ideas. Let's see. All right, chiller choking pepper bellies. We're going to go right here. We're going to, I'm going to hit with my rawhide mallet the edges and kind of bring the edges in. Poke the edges downwards, not so they're poking up, just for softening purposes. I totally expect some pieces to possibly fall off. Okay, we got another casualty. This is good. This is good. Very nice, friends. Now I have it's tighter sideways and it's tighter up and down. I'm going to blast it again with some more heat and maybe throw a couple pieces just in some of these little naked areas. And man, I have hopes. I have hopes. All right, homies and homettes. These are the casualties right here in the corner. And this is it. It doesn't feel real strong, guys. I gotta be honest with you. I'm hoping that in the bending process that I can kind of hammer it. Let's see if you guys can watch a little bit of this, because I know this is kind of boring and I don't want you guys to be bored. But I'm going to try to bend this, but my technique I'm going to try to do is, if this falls apart, man, this is a jewelry adventure. We don't know what the hell's going to happen. Let's go with the skinny side. Whoa, 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 Johnny. Whoa, Johnny. Something cracked. Okay. So this is where we are so far, friends. And as you can imagine, when the parts start to spread, you can see there's some spreadation. Is that a big word? Some spreadation is happening. So I think what I'm going to do is add some pieces when we do that, because I think this is good learning, working on the curve and then just like looking at it, because the metal changes as you spread it, just like any metal, but especially when you have this much dimension and depth. Dang, depth. Okay, Juanitosville, this is the part of the process that is a little bit more surgical, I guess, because I'm looking at different places and I have several pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm adding another piece right here. I don't know if this piece needs it. I'll just keep that on the side. So I added there. I did not add any solder. I'm hoping to fuse it all. Alright guys, I don't know if this is very smart because it's starting to kind of want to lean over. This fusing stuff, guys, is, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for. I've done enough of it, I kind of know, but I'm definitely not an expert. Okay, let's go right there. Let's believe in that up to this point. Wow. I'm trying to get it to want to be shaped like a bracelet. Does that feel weak? I think we're getting close, guys. I don't want to have to use solder, but right here it's separated right there, and this is loose. And I think I'm going to have to add a couple pieces in there on this end. Let's look. About like this. And you can see, friends, where it's separated right here. And it shifted, actually. It separated and shifted. If I can get that to get right in there. Shifted over. See how it bends like that? Shifted over, tacked down. Maybe solder underneath. And drop a solder right there. Blam! I might have to, guys. I'm not ashamed. But, dude, you already know. You guys already know. You guys already know. Okay, friends, you guys are in the trenches with me. I'm not going to let you get away that easy. So you can see right here, I have, if you can see that move, see that it slides and it's under that right there. So I'm thinking if I can get that to stay like that, and then I can get some solder right there and right there, I could be in the money for this side of the piece. So I think I'm going to try that. I wish I didn't have to use solder because I got this far. But I don't know. I guess I can try. I don't know if it's worth it. Is it, do you guys care? Is it something you guys care about? I'm going to have to think about this. Okay. Okay. I'm getting close. Okay, Juanitosville, look what we have. Friends and family. Oh, buddy. Look at this. It's there, man. It's there. So I think what I'm going to do is soften this up and put it in the pickle. I'm going to soften these up, probably do some trimming, do some softening. And I think we're just about there, guys. The beauty is just below. That's what I love about jewelry, guys, is the beauty is just below the surface, always. And that's beautiful, too. Yeah. All right, friends, so with the scraps, look what we did. We pulled this off, guys. I'll let you guys take a little gander, if you guys can get that to focus. Look at that. So it was just an experiment. It was a jewelry adventure, as many of them are. Man, guys, thanks for hanging around. I'm sorry I wasn't as funny today as I normally am, but I had a really long weekend, man. I had a family reunion, and I was just drained. I don't know if you guys know how that is. I loved it. I loved every minute of it, but it takes a lot out of you when you're a hermit like I am. I'm not. I'm like a introverted extrovert in some ways, but yeah. I'm just kind of recovering, but I'm glad we did this, guys. I'm glad you guys joined us on our epic jewelry adventure. It's summertime here in Colorado, Western Colorado, and it's a beautiful time to be out in the mountains. So if wherever you are, get out there, make sure you're getting fresh air and getting in the mountains. So when winter comes, if you have winter where you are, then you can really focus on this stuff. So take advantage when you can. Yeah, as always, friends, if this had any value to you, please subscribe. I almost have 600 subscribers, and dude, if I get 1,000 subscribers within a year, YouTube says that I can be monetized, and I don't know, maybe they'll give me a few bucks if they play those annoying commercials you guys can just push skip on. I don't know how it works, but I think it's pretty cool, man. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty big time, man. I don't have any friends that have 1,000 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, as always, yeah, if it had value, subscribe. I'm on Instagram, Boom Jewelry Designs, all one word on Instagram. Come see what I'm doing over there. I want to see what you're doing on your Instagram. So if you follow me, I will follow you back. Drop me a message. Say, hey, man, I found you on YouTube. I want to know, like, who is digging the videos, who's liking the style of teaching and showing and processes that I do. So yeah, friends, I'm Benny. I'm gonna get some rest, but I'm gonna work on this in the morning and make it super duper shiny, and you'll see that right next. As always, I'm out. Peace.